This is my project on the travels of Hadrian, or maybe a little bit more of a biography. But first, a note on sources. First, I use the Scriptores Historiae
This is a compilation of works from 12 different authors, but it's not the most trustworthy source because we've had trouble tracking down the authors and backing the information with fact. I also used the Historia Romana by Cassius Dio, specifically book 69. These two sources were very difficult to consolidate. They both had different information, so I kind of chose bits and pieces of each. But to get started, Hadrian was born in 76 AD in Italica, which was a Roman province in Hispania. In 85, his father died, so he moved to Rome to live with Trajan and Caelius Attianus. He eventually went back to his homeland of Italica to enlist in military service, but Trajan recalled him because he loved hunting too much. So Trajan transferred him to Lower Moesia, where he stayed on the Danube River. This was in the late 90s. When Nerva died, Hadrian wanted to be the first to tell Trajan, so he hastened to West Gaul. Servianus, Hadrian's brother-in-law, tried to stop him, but failed. Now back in Rome, Hadrian would be elected quaestor under the 4th consulship of Trajan and the 1st of Utriculaeus. After becoming the curator of the Acts of the Senate, he went with Trajan to fight in the First Dacian War. Then he went back to Rome as the tribune of the plebs in 105, then back to Dacia for the Second Dacian War. After this, he went to Lower Pannonia, where he was praetor. Now Hadrian became the governor of Syria, and he remained in Antioch. It was here that he learned Trajan had died, and in 117 he would become emperor. Of all the Roman emperors, Hadrian traveled by far the most. When he was first elected emperor, he traveled from Antioch through Illyricum to Rome. He then went to Lower Moesia to quell conflicts with the Samaritans and Rotolani. A conflict quickly brought Hadrian back to Rome. Men had planned to assassinate Hadrian while he was in Lower Moesia. They failed, but senators, without Hadrian's permission, put these conspirators to death. Many people in Rome blamed Hadrian, so Hadrian had no choice but to come back and clear his name. After this scandal, Hadrian went to the Gallic provinces and offered aid to communities. Next, he went to Germany to train soldiers and increase the army's morale. In 122 AD, Hadrian went to Britain to build his 80-mile-long wall. From there, he went back to Gaul and then to Tarragona, Spain. Here, he restored the Temple of Augustus and survived another assassination attempt. Here, he stopped back in Rome and went through Asia Minor, ultimately to get to Athens. In Athens, Hadrian participated in the public games and was initiated into the Eleusinian mysteries. From a very young age, Hadrian was very interested in Greek culture. After Greece, Hadrian visited Sicily. Here he climbed Mount Etna at sunrise. He was a very superstitious man, and then he went back to Rome. Then Hadrian visited Africa, and he went to Rome again. He went to Athens one last time before starting his eastern tour. Setting off from Greece, he visited many eastern provinces, including Cappadocia and Parthia. He punished many governors, making sure affairs were in order. Then, traveling through Arabia, Hadrian went to Pelusium, a city in Egypt. In 132, Hadrian went on his final journey to Judea. He wasn't here out of leisure, but instead to quell the Bar Kokhba revolt. So, in Hadrian's last excursion, he had to act as a commander and subdue the Jews in Judea, who were revolting against Roman rule. Specifically, the fact that Hadrian renamed Jerusalem Aelia Capitolina, on top of strictly limiting Jewish worship. In 138, Hadrian fell sick and died. He was 62, and he was buried near the Aeolian Bridge.